puts it beautifully into his path. It's Romelu Lukaku cutting back. And scoring his first goal at Stamford Bridge.
Hey guys, welcome back to the It's a Chelsea Thing podcast. I'm Finn.
And I'm Ollie, and today we're going to be talking about the news.
We've had two matches this week, one being the Carabao Cup match against Aston Villa, and the other being the Man City Premier League match. In the Carabao Cup match, it was a 1-1 draw, and then it went to penalties, and we managed to clip them on a 4-3. Then we had a slightly tougher match against Man City this weekend with an unfortunate 1-0 defeat. In the Carabao Cup match, Kepa really showed his class in stopping penalties. The Spaniard now has 7 saves from the penalty spot, which is the most in Chelsea's history, and I think that is an incredible achievement.
I think Reece James also stood out in this match because he got a goal line clearance, an assist, and the winning penalty.
I have to agree with you there. That is a man of a match performance. Very, very amazing from him. We really showed that we can play well under pressure against quite a strong Aston Villa side compared to the Premier League match that we played against them 2 weeks ago. And because of this, we've moved on to round 4, or the round of 16, which we'll play against Southampton. Now, let's talk about our unfortunate defeat to Man City. Against Man City this Saturday, we failed to record a shot on target for the first time since Thomas Tuchel has been in charge. He highlighted after the game that we did manage to work the ball up to Lukaku, but there was limited chance of attack throughout the match.
Tuchel opted for a similar 3-5-2 shape as the one that had closed out the win with the Tottenham Hotspur match, with Timo Werner deployed in front two from the start against City.
However, afterwards, he lamented the lack of extra support and belief and the disconnection from the rest of the team when there was a chance to make something happen in the opposition half. As many times we saw, the ball would go up and we just wouldn't quite have the speed, or we were a little bit too early and a bit too
out of time and out of sync.
Out of sync to pass the ball up and really get that finishing touch on it.
And the defence was quite good in the Man City team as well. They played quite a good match, to be honest.
Yeah. The reason it was such a hard match is because Man City players are renowned for the high press when they don't have the ball. As we saw, when we were just in the defence, they were just a bit more aggressive. They were onto our defenders, like Alonso and Silva, a lot quicker than previous matches against Tottenham Hotspur, for example. We had very similar possession compared to the Champions League final, with 41% this weekend compared to the 40% in Porto. Yet in May, we had 2 shots on target and 8 overall, compared with the none at the net and 5 off target at the bridge this weekend.
City managed to dispossess Jorginho 3 times and Marcus Alonso and Kante twice, with 2 dispossessions of Jack Grealish, the highest Chelsea managed against them.
Which I think we really need to think about that next time we're playing such a advanced team like City, because they were just so high on the ball and they were turning over the ball. Every time we had an attack or we were passing it around in the defence, they were always onto us and they were highly likely to try and take it off Jorginho or Kante, which is really annoying because they're really good players and they usually show such class. But the City, we have to hand it to them. They were very good that match.
Yeah, they had lots of press on the players. They were marking them, and it wasn't scruffy at all. It was quite good form.
One of my favourite parts of the match is when RLC, or also known as Ruben Loftus-Cheek, came on, because you could almost see the boost that he brought. Straight away, he was trying to make a run and play up the field, trying to dribble past most of the Man City players. But unfortunately, it was a little bit too late, and we were just kind of wishing for a last-minute equaliser that we couldn't quite get. The most likely time that we could have equalised was when Kovacic was on the ball and running down the left side of the field, and he tried to pass it up to Timo Werner, but unfortunately he was a little bit too early with the pass, and one of the Man City defenders was able to easily intercept it. This week we've got 2 important matches. Firstly, we have a Champions League group match against Juventus on Thursday at around 2 a.m. And secondly, we have a Premier League match against Southampton next week, which is, I think, could be a really good goal-scoring match.
Yeah, it's on Saturday at 9 o'clock. I think that would probably be a match we could dominate in and get some good goals.
Yeah, there's going to be some possession there. Maybe we could see Werner on the score sheet again, or definitely a Lukaku class match. Hopefully, he could even get a hat-trick. You never know. Our streak with Liverpool, who are now at the top of the leaderboard, where we were getting the exact same results each match, has ended as they had a 3-3 draw against Brentford, and we are now in third after our loss to Man City. Thankfully, it's very close, with Liverpool on 14 points, and then City, Chelsea, Man United, and Everton on 13, Brighton on 12, and so on. At the moment, I'm kind of hoping to see Christian Pulisic and Mason Mount come on and play against Juventus, because I think they're really good players and they're some of my favourites, and I'd love to see them have a really good match against
certainly
Juventus.
Watching the Man City match, I could see Mason Mount in the background, just sitting on the stands.
Yeah, he's a very good player and one of our favourites. Unfortunately, in the Man City match, after only 24 minutes...
Reece James sprained his ankle and was taken off.
It's very unfortunate that he's had this injury. After the positivity that has been brought in by the Chelsea community after his house was burgled during our Champions League match against Zenit. And we still need some further details into its significance in whether he'll be able to play next week. Okay, to finish it off, let's have some classic score predictions for our next two matches. With the Juventus versus Chelsea match, I'm going to have to go with a 2-0 win. I think that we're going to bounce back from our defeat this weekend, and I really think that we can dominate this match if we take on the points that we've learnt from this weekend.
I think with the Juventus match, it might be a bit different. We might not come out as strong in the first half. I reckon they might get a goal or maybe two. So I'm guessing about 2-1 for us, because we always seem to smash it out in around like first quarter of the second half.
I think that's a fair prediction. So 2-1 and 2-0. And for the Southampton match, I think this is going to be a really good... If we can, continue the form we've had in our past couple of matches against the number 16 at the moment, and also who will be versing in the round 4 Carabao Cup match, I think we can really strike some fear into them before the fourth round of the Carabao Cup. And I'm going to go with a 3-0 win against Southampton, and I think that Lukaku is going to get a hat-trick.
I agree with you. I think we might smash them. I mean, we are quite ahead of them. They're 16th in the placings of the Premier League at the moment. But they're not a very technical team. I think we might be able to smash out on them, and I reckon about 3-0. Who knows, maybe even 4-0.
And who are you going to go with for those goals?
I think if Mason Mount might be put on, he might get a couple goals, and Lukaku always smashes it out. He's always one of the standout players for the Chelsea team.
Thank you guys for watching, and we'll see you all next week. We'll review the matches and our predictions, and, we'll follow up with some new news.
It's a Chelsea thing signing out.